Hi guys, my name's Michaela Dookie. I'm the hog judge for the Butte Stock Show, and to finish up, I'm going to go ahead and talk about the top 5 overall market hogs. Your grand champion market hog comes out of Class 7 and is entry number 313. Now this is a barrow that's an absolute man on the drive towards you. He's a big-footed, stout-skulled hog who's really big in his forearm, super pulled apart in his lower skeleton, and when he drives under the camera, reads with a tremendous amount of genuine shape down his back. One, for being that big and massive, I thought he was going to have some leg issues, but he does a pretty good job staying within himself. Now, he is teetering on the verge of being a tick too wide. He wants to get a little tight-spined, but one that you have to love the shape to his center cavity, love the proportions he has from the side, and the young man's done a great job keeping him really fresh. He's presented really well, so congratulations. Your reserve champion market hog comes out of Class 5 and is entry number 277. Now this is a barrow that's certainly put together differently in his front 1/3 than compared to my champion. He's a cleaner jawed option who's even more extended from his blade forward, and I know it's hard to make him that freaky fronted while still reading with that amount of genuine shape right behind his blade like this one does. There's no doubt he's got a killer look from the side. He's really big in his upper hip. He's not the most squarest from his hock to ground, but he's certainly plenty secure in his lower joints. I wish he was just a bit stouter, but overall I think a hog that puts a lot of good pieces together to go ahead and be reserve. Your third overall market hog comes out of Class 8 and is entry number 68. Now this gilt's just an absolute powerhouse. She's a heavy-legged, stout-skulled female who's really bold-bladed, big in her upper hip, and on the drive away reads with a tremendous amount of shape when you get in behind her. I absolutely love the dimension and shape she has to her center cavity, one that I think's pliable enough off both ends of her skeleton. She's certainly not built with the same bells and whistles as the two in front of her. Ever so slightly, she wants to push out on that hawk, but overall I think a really solid, practical hog to go ahead and come in third. Your fourth overall market hog follows her up in Class 8 and is entry number 25. Now, I really like this gilt from the side. She's really extended from her blade forward. She's bold and dimensional in her center body. She reads with a lot of shape right behind her blade and all the way to her hip. She's one that's just not as stout-featured, rugged appearing as the three that go ahead of her. She's a little shorter out of her hip, and one that also wants to roll out on her hock on the drive away. But once again, I think a really nice pig to go ahead and come in fourth. up, your 5th overall market hog comes out of class 4 and is entry number 161. I think a really rugged appearing, heavy legged gilt. I love her added extension from her blade forward. I think she looks really tremendous from the side. Not the heaviest muscled animal of the drive, but one that I think reads with an adequate enough muscle. She's really big in her upper hip. The only thing for me is I wish she was a bit wider in her lower skeleton. I wish she was bolder in her center cavity. And I don't think the fact that she's in heat helps much, but I do wish that she motored around a little bit easier. But once again, I think a really solid, a really nice gilt to go ahead and round out the drive. Congratulations.